I've spent thousands of dollars on skincare products in my 30s, trying to fix my dull, uneven skin and hyperpigmentation. My bathroom cabinet was filled with serums, creams, and treatments, but my skin still didn't feel or look the way I wanted it. And after treating my own skin issues and working with thousands of women over 30, I can tell you that youthful, radiant skin comes down to 5 essential things. Not 15, not 50, just 5. And today I'm going to cut through the marketing noise and give you exactly what you need to focus on for glowing skin after 30 without wasting time or money on anything else. Why your skin changes after 30 and why less is more. The biological reality that nobody talks about: collagen decline. Your collagen production peaks between the ages of 25 to 34. Then it decreases about 1 to 1.5% per year after 30. That means by age 40, you've lost about 40% of your collagen. This is why fine lines and loss of firmness start to become more noticeable during your 30s. Hormonal impact also plays a huge factor in how our skin progresses. As an example, for women during the first 5 years of menopause, they can lose up to 30% of their collagen during that time period. So declining estrogen levels over time significantly accelerates skin aging. Moisture loss is another factor. Hyaluronic acid levels that we naturally have start to decline at about age 25. So your skin loses its ability to retain hydration and moisture over time. This is why your skin may feel drier and look more dull than it did in your 20s. As soon as I hit 30 and I was struggling with hyperpigmentation, I convinced myself that more products would do the trick and would solve my issues. So I was layering active after active, acid after acid, peel after peel, AHAs, BHAs, retinoids, peptides, you name it. I was layering everything. But my skin was constantly irritated and I wasn't getting the results that I was looking for. It wasn't until I simplified my approach and I focused on proven essentials that I saw a dramatic improvement even just within 6 weeks. And these same skin struggles are actually what led me to become a dermatologist years ago. So here's why overly complicated routines fail after age 30. Barrier function compromise. Your skin becomes more compromised or more sensitive when you're using a ton of products at one time, especially if you're starting them all at the same time, and also as we age. The number of fibroblasts, which is a specific cell in your skin, decreases over time, and this makes your skin less resilient to product overload. There's also a compliance problem when you have overly complicated skin routines. And actually, a recent clinical study showed that participants using a simple 3-step routine, cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen, had an 85% better compliance rate than those using complicated 10-step routines. Consistency beats complexity every time. Skin cell turnover reality. So your skin completely renews itself every 28 days. But the reality is that as we age over time, this process becomes slower and slower, meaning that it takes longer for your skin to completely turn over and for those cells to completely turn over. So complex skincare routines can actually make this cell turnover process more difficult, while simple routines can actually support it. By the way, if you want to learn how to achieve clear skin goals without the overwhelm, without the confusion or wasted time, check the first link in the description below. Here are the 5 non-negotiables for radiant skin after age 30. Daily broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30. Why is this important and what does it do? Your SPF is actually going to be the single most effective anti-aging tool. By protecting your skin, you're also improving your skin. Yes, the sunscreen is still going to be important even if there is already existing photo damage. It's never too late to start. Start today is going to have a significant impact on the quality of your skin. Why is it so critical after 30? About 80% of skin aging on the face is due to ultraviolet rays or UV rays. UV damage is also cumulative. So that means that every day you go without sunscreen, it's adding up to contribute to more visible photo aging over time. After 30, and as we continue to age, your skin's natural repair mechanisms actually slow down over time. So it becomes more critical to make sure we have the proper protections in place. So how do you implement sunscreen if you're not already doing so? Or how do you go about it to make sure you're doing it correctly? So you want to be sure to apply a broad spectrum SPF of at least 30 sunscreen to your face and neck every day before you go out for the day. And you want to apply it to all of the skin that's going to be exposed, especially on your face and neck. And then you want to be sure to reapply after 2 hours of sun exposure. So one hack to figure out what type of sunscreen you're using, flip your product over and read the contents on the back. Look for zinc oxide or titanium dioxide for more sensitive skin. These are going to be more of your physical sunscreens. Other ingredients like avobenzone or octinoxate, those are more your chemical sunscreens. Sunscreen, of course, can be worn daily under your makeup. Another essential is going to be retinol. You want to start low and build slowly over time. So what does retinol do? So it's the only FDA approved ingredient that's proven to increase collagen production and also speed up the process of cell turnover. It's the gold standard for anti-aging because it addresses so many of your skin concerns at the same time. That's going to include fine lines and wrinkles, uneven tone, and hyperpigmentation. With that improved cell turnover, it's going to lift that superficial pigment. So why do women over 30 need this? Clinical studies show that retinoids reduce fine lines and wrinkles by increasing collagen production and improving skin texture within 3 to 6 months of consistent use. So since your collagen production is slowly declining by 1% each year after the age of 30, retinols are going to help counteract this natural loss. So if you're just beginning with a retinol, I typically recommend starting with a low strength over-the-counter retinol and maybe even slowly introducing it about 2 to 3 times per week at night, as long as your skin can tolerate it. You want to be sure to apply this to clean, dry skin. If your skin is tolerating this fine, then you can gradually increase this use to a higher frequency over the next several weeks, working your way up to every night. Always follow up with a moisturizer and definitely be sure to use your SPF in the morning. For beginners or those with especially sensitive skin, you can look for products with ingredients including retinol palmitates, or for more intermediate users, you can jump straight to a retinol. And then from there, if you've maxed that out, then we start to consider the prescription strength retinoids. Another essential is going to be your vitamin C serum, and this is for morning application. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects against free radical damage and helps stimulate collagen production. It also helps fade dark spots and improve uneven hyperpigmentation. Think about it like insurance for your skin against daily environmental damage. So why do I consider it a non-negotiable, especially after 30? Well, as an antioxidant, vitamin C provides a second line of defense after your sunscreen. So it's there catching that free radical damage that makes it past your sunscreen. Studies show that 15 to 20% of L-ascorbic acid, which is a type of vitamin C ingredient that you will find in some serums, can improve your skin radiance by 47% in just 4 weeks. I like to recommend applying your vitamin C serum in the morning, starting with about 2 or 3 drops, enough to cover your entire face. And then if you have a bit of time, you can wait a little bit, maybe a minute or so, for that to dry before then applying your moisturizer and then your sunscreen. You always want to be sure to store it in a cool, dark place, and it will typically come in opaque dark packaging to help with that as well. This helps prevent the oxidation and allow your product to be more effective for longer periods of time. Another essential that I love is hyaluronic acid serum. Hyaluronic acid can bind over 1,000 times its weight in water. It's a key molecule that is responsible for retaining hydration and also improving moisture in your skin. It provides immediate skin plumping and long-term hydration benefits. And so why do women over 30 see the biggest difference? Well, clinical studies show that hyaluronic acid provide both immediate and long-term improvements in your overall skin texture while minimizing fine lines and improving your intrinsic skin hydration and skin moisture. Since our natural hyaluronic acid production starts to decline after the age of 25, I find supplementation in this way to be extremely helpful. So how do you implement this? Well, you can look for serums that that have multiple molecular weights. So that's going to be low, medium, and high. Look for this if you're looking for maximum penetration and hydration. You can apply this to damp skin either in the morning or the evening or both. I like to leave a little bit of that water on the skin, apply it to the damp skin because that actually helps lock in even more of the hydration. I usually do this step before the moisturizer. And 2 to 3 drops should be enough to cover the entire face. Just gently press that into the skin to receive your full benefit. And finally, another essential, which I consider kind of your bonus essential, is niacinamide, another ingredient that I love. Niacinamide can help improve fine lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, and also help support your skin barrier. I would say it's one of the very versatile and well-tolerated ingredients. So why can this be helpful after age 30? Niacinamide enhances barrier function by influencing the increase in production of ceramides and proteins like keratin. These proteins start to become compromised over time as we age. Clinical studies show that 5% of niacinamide reduces pore appearance by 23% and improves skin texture in 8 to 12 weeks. So your niacinamide is an antioxidant that you can apply to your skin morning or evening before your moisturizer. It can also be combined safely with other actives such as your vitamin C's or your retinols. Apply about 2 or 3 drops, enough to cover your face, gently press into the skin, use it consistently, and you can start to see results in about 8 to 12 weeks. So what's one of the biggest mistakes that ruins everything? This is what I call the consistency trap, the product switching problem. Most women who are trying to figure it out switch products every few weeks, expecting to see instant results. But these 5 essentials that I talked about today need 6 to 12 weeks to show their full effects based on the skin cell turnover cycles. Your skin needs time to adapt and respond to active ingredients. What should you expect when it comes to timeline? I would say on average, this is kind of a rough estimate, but about week 1 to 2, your skin starts to feel more balanced, maybe less irritated, unless there's a product that doesn't agree with your skin. Week 3 to 4, you'll start to see noticeable improvement in the texture and also hydration. Week 6 to 8, you'll notice visible brightening and evening your skin tone. And week 10 to 12 is when you'll notice significant improvement in the overall fine lines and overall radiance of the skin. Of course, I always have to share a client or patient example. I had a patient in her later 30s, really frustrated with how dull and uneven her skin was looking. She had been using different products every month for 2 years. We simplified her routine to these exact 5 essentials, had her commit to the process for 12 weeks, and by week 6, her skin was noticeably brighter, noticeably more even, and noticeably more radiant. By week 12, her fine lines were significantly improved. So the key for her, which is a common theme, was patience and consistency, not just more products. The women after 30 with the best skin are not just using the most products, they're using the right essentials and they're doing it consistently. I went through this exact journey myself when I was trying to improve my hyperpigmentation and my dull skin, and that personal experience shaped how I help women today. If you want to learn my complete system for helping you achieve your clear and radiant skin goals without the internet confusion, without the overwhelm, and without the wasted time, click the link in my description below. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.